Okay, I think this is a really great question, but it's one that might be easy to get wrong if you don't read it very carefully and if you don't keep track of what it is that you are calculating at every step. Let's have a look. Stephanie had a total of 80 pieces of $2 and $10 notes. Okay, what does that mean? That means she had 80 notes, not $80. She had 80 like pieces of paper, as it were. All right, 80 notes, 80 pieces of $2 and $10 notes. After spending 2/5 of her $2 notes and 8 pieces of her $10 notes, she had an equal number of $2 and $10 notes left. And we ask how much money did Stephanie have at first? Okay, so our answer is not going to be a number of notes. The answer is how much money. So we have to be aware that we are going to be changing how we look at things here. And we have to be really, really on top of our model and what it represents. Okay, so we've got $2 notes, okay, $2 notes and $10 notes. Okay. Now, it says here that after spending 2/5 of her $2 notes and 8 pieces of her $10 notes, she had an equal number of notes left. So I think I'm going to start by drawing the $2 note bar, and I'm going to divide it into fifths. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. And it says after spending 2 of those, okay, and where 8 pieces of $10 notes were left, they had an equal amount left. So this is what is left of the $2 notes. I'm going to draw a bar that matches that amount and divide it up so that we've got equal parts. Okay. And that is what they have left. But I want to know how many $10 notes were there to begin with, where there was also this additional amount of 8. Okay. All right. There was also this 8, and that's these 8 notes that have been spent. It's not $8. Okay. It's 8 notes. Okay. So we know that this equals this. These are 6 equal parts here. That's great. What else? Well, we are also told that at the beginning, there was a total of 80 pieces. Okay, so this whole model, there are 80 pieces, 80 notes. Okay. So we've got 80 represents this whole model. Wouldn't it be great if we had a value that was just for these equal parts and not this odd 8 that's there? Well, we can do that because if we take 8 away from 80, that gives us 72. That's going to be the value of, that's going to be how many notes are represented by the equal parts, of which there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 parts. So if I do 72 and divide that by the 8 parts, that is going to give me a value of 9. So I now know that each of these represents 9 notes. Okay. Again, this is not a monetary value. This is the number of notes. We have to keep reminding ourselves of that. Now, what I should have drawn in and what I haven't is what there was at the start. This is what there was at the start. And this is what there was at the start. Okay, this is the number of notes at the start. And we are asked, how much money did Stephanie have at first? Well, we know how many notes there are. We now need to work out how much money that represents. So let's look at the $2 first. Okay. let's look at these $2 notes. How many have we got? Well, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5 times 9, and that gives us 45 notes or 45 pieces. Okay, and each of these represents $2. So we do 45 times the $2 gives us $90. All right, so that's what we have. That's the monetary value that's represented here. And we'll do the same for the $10 notes. Okay, so what have we got in the $10? Well, these are the number of notes. So 3 times 9, which is 27, plus the 8. Okay, and that gives us 35. Okay, you could have just done that in your head, 3 9s plus the 8, or we could have done it as 4 9s minus 1, because 8 is 9 minus 1. And so we have, let me do this. We've got 27 plus 8 equals 35 notes. And 35 notes times the $10 value gives us $350 in value. And then we just need to add 350 and 90, which of course is 440. All right, so add those two together. All right, and that is $440 altogether. Okay, hopefully you followed that. And can you see just how important it is to have it really clear in your head what it is that your model is representing, and to think about that at every stage of your calculations, because it's actually quite a neat little puzzle, but you do have to make sure that you've read it very carefully to understand what's going on, and you can see how easy it might be to go wrong.